Off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Barak HaKadesh, that runs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, this is Proverbs, the 16th chapter, 4th verse. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Alright, so the Lord made everything for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. Alright, so that's why the wicked was made. Now this is vile, extremely unpleasant, morally bad, wicked, of little worth or value, vile. Alright.
Just breaking bread with my dog, having a little rice.
I can't believe you're letting me eat out of your bowl.
He's my boy. That half is his, this half is mine.
Is that your new diet system?
That way I don't eat too much. Look at him. He loves it. He loves the butter. There you are. Man and his dog bonding. Look at that, isn't that sweet?
Oh my god.
Good stuff. That's pretty funny.
That's TV world.
Look, you got rice stuck. Got rice on your ears and on your mouth. Well, clean it up.
Is that all you got to say? Are we out of here?
Just letting you know that if you share your food with your dog, then you don't gain weight. So he got half, I got half. And there's still some more in there, Bob. You want it? Honestly, it's not the cutest thing in the world. I know it.
Alright, Job 30, start at the top. But now, they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have sit with the dogs of my flock. Yet whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and in famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate and wasted, who cut up marshmallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meats. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to thrill in the cliffs of the valleys, and in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they braved, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were truer than the fools, yet truer than the base man. They were viler than the earth. And now I am their son, yea, I am their byword. They abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face.
Why don't you just... Thank you. I don't have a doubt about it. Thank you. How are you? God love you. I know you say you're one man sport. Thank you all for your patience. Bring the whole family up. Come on. Come on. Good to see you. No, farm to you. Sally, how are you? You got a smile that lights up the whole Senate change. Good to see you. You're getting too old. You're getting too old and too lovely. What do you see? Oh,
This is my daughter-in-law.
Kelly, how are you? Hi, Jack. You have very good taste. Good to see you, man. You have good taste. Well, I'll tell you what. You've got very good taste. Don't you find it? It's a pleasure. You have very good taste. Come on, it's going to hurt your reputation, man. Kids, come on over here, okay? You ready?
Thank you so much.
Now, do you get in this picture?
Do I still hold the Bible?
Right over here. There we go. You can put it away. Pleasure to meet you.
Good, and again, please looking right here.
So tell me about you.
His wife, Holly.
Hi, Holly. How are you? Now, why don't you, Holly, you come over to my side. You come over this side. I want you next to me. I want you next to me. I have a sister. You come over this side. I have a sister. Come over this side. Okay? Come on, sis. You get right in the middle with me. You get right over here. Over this. Mom, you get right in the middle. Come on, Dad. Come on. Okay, here you go. Dude, how old are you?
28.
28. God, what?
26.
26. Well, thank you. I thought they were still in school. Too many beautiful girls in school. You got one job. My father used to say, for real, keep the boys away from your sister. Good job. Just remember, no serious guys in your 30s. Is this your sister?
Yeah.
You have a hard job. You got to keep the boys away from your sister. That's the deal. Hey, Jasper, you're going to have a hard job keeping the boys away from your sister. Like you had a beautiful sister, you keep the boys away from your sister. That's the job. My dad used to say, one job, keep the guys away from your sister. My dad used to say, you got one job. I have a beautiful sister like you guys. I swear to God, he used to say, you have one job, keep the guys away from your sister. You're in trouble. Okay, come on, everybody slide in here.
We received substantial evidence that he was involved in trafficking young women and children to the Virgin Islands for a very long period of time through our airport, through his private jet. And then he would, by helicopter or sometimes boat, would then transport them over to Little St. James. And that's where he has his complex where he lives, which is his official residence as well. And that these young girls and women were subject to sexual assault, sexual exploitation, through coercion, false imprisonment, where the passports at some points were taken away. The actions were just reprehensible. And it was quite a number of women, and we found through our investigation that at least up to 2018 that continued.
So what your investigation is showing is the broad scope of Jeffrey Epstein's nefarious activities, that it just kept going.
Based on the evidence that we found thus far. Let me make something very clear. Jeffrey Epstein was very good at protecting himself and being secret. The secrecy he was very good at that. And because of his wealth, his power, he was able to do that and secure that. So when you think about it, he owns a private island. That's an island over a mile away from St. Thomas, the main island. And it's out there and it's isolated. He purchases that, right? Then he owns the jet that flew in to the airport. It's under a name of one of the front companies that actually has been named in our complaint, but it's him. He's the member of that LLC. And he owns the helicopter and the boats that took or transported him and the women and children over to the island. So when you think about that, it's him orchestrating all of that. Yes, there may have been baggage handlers. There may have been other persons who looked and saw him and other females with young girls. Yes, but I think that it's important that we focus on how Jeffrey Epstein was so able to create such an elaborate scheme, especially by doing it in such secrecy. And he had the money and power to create the secrecy so that not just local authorities, but we have federal authorities here too that are here all along. Not even they might have been able to see it. In looking at that, you have to really, get a good understanding of how he was able to protect and isolate himself. Once you get on that island, how do you get off? It's not like a person who's on the island can just say, okay, I'm going to swim to St. Thomas. They can't do that. It's not like a person who's there and needs help that they can sneak away and run outside and flag down a vehicle or flag down a police car or run to the nearest police station like they might be able to do on St. Thomas, on the main island. The island is isolated. So that kind of isolation is really what you have to look at when you start to think, how could this have happened for so long?
I think the picture you paint is a terrifying one of isolation, but also abuse of power. And I just wonder why the people who worked for Jeffrey Epstein weren't terrified for the girls going over there. They knew how isolated that island was. They knew the ages of those girls. They saw powerful men there. Why weren't they terrified? Why didn't they become whistleblowers?
Well, one thing I do know, first of all, is that there are the non-disclosure.
More like jerking us away, because that's what they're going to do to each other. They walked in this guy's office, and the agent goes, "Well, what do you people do?" And the father's like, "Watch us." The father's like ripping off his kid's clothes, and he takes his wife's bra and he throws it off of her, and he rips off her underwear, and he takes some of her pubes with it. It's horrible, and there's a little bit of blood starts dripping down her leg, and they're all like, it's like women and children are walking up here right now. So the father's like totally undressing his whole family, and then he gets out an epaulette and he starts shaving his wife's back. Daughter's got like a little, she's having her friend, she's having her period, is what she's having. So he just pulls out the tampon and throws it at the window, and it sticks. And then they all just start fucking each other. They go down on each other in all different configurations. It's 69, it's 29 because the kids are young. It's 9. The father bends his kid over on the guy's desk, and he's like taking him from behind. All of a sudden, the kid can't take it. Diarrhea starts squirting out of his ass, and it won't stop. It's like a hemorrhaging shit ass. The kid starts spinning in a circle because he can't control it. It's kind of like Curly and the Stooges. Mo, Larry the Cheese. He's spinning it in a circle. The projectile shit is just flying out of him. It's going all over the room. It's like spin art. The room has got feces just dripping down. This poor kid is convulsing. He starts throwing up. You don't know whether to shit or puke in this room. That's how. What the fuck am I doing?
Luke 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into our nation. And this is going into Israel. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we know we are still in the time of the Gentiles because the Lord Yahushua hasn't came back yet. So anyone that's in the Holy Land now is the Gentiles. Alright. Let's get Isaiah 63:18. The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversary had trodden down thy sanctuary. So this is another verse letting us know that the enemy of the Lord is in the land of Israel. Alright? And get Revelations 2. Alright. I know thy works in tribulation, in poverty, but thou art rich. So this is going into the Israelites. We know Israel don't have nothing. But it's saying we are rich because we got this truth and what we got coming to us when the Lord come back. Alright. And I know the blasphemer of them which say they are Jews, but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Alright. And with that, Shalom.